And Shalom.
Shalom.
It's your brother, the Great Millstone Charlotte, with another Friday night live lesson through the Spirit and Power of Yahweh Shemar Shai. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Kwadash.
Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, as you can see on the title, man, we're fighting for that exemption, man. You know, that mark of exemption, that the why, as you read in Ezekiel 9 and 4. You know, this is what we're doing all these works for, man. This is why, you know, brothers is pushing so diligently so that we can be found, you know, to receive that exemption from the judgment that's about to befall the rest of the earth, man. You know, we don't want to have any parts, you know, in what Yahweh Shai has, you know, has planned for this place, man. Right? Because it's going to be terrible judgments, right? We already understand there's going to be times, you know, that we've never seen before, man. So we need as much protection through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you know, in coming into these days, man.
That's right.
And just real quick, get that word for exemption. It says to imply a special privilege or freedom from requirements imposed on others. You know, so we're being freed, you know, through Yahweh Shai's sacrifice from the requirements of the sacrifice, man. Right? Because with all the sins that we've done, you know, we've all done things that are worthy of death, man. So he took that burden away from us. And Lord willing, we'll be of that elect number. You know, we received that mark of exemption. We received that dawah, you know, in order to escape that judgment, man. It continues on and says, it implies the release or a privileged freedom from sharing with others some duty or legal requirement, right? You know, because what's required, man? You know, that blood sacrifice.
Yep.
You know, so either you come under the sacrifice of Yahweh Shai or you become the sacrifice, man. So we want to be found exempt. You know, we want to be found to be given the privilege, you know, to not have to, you know, get the full, the brunt of the judgment that the Lord has set before this place, man.
Right. We want a hedge to protect us from the judgment that the Lord is about to bring upon the earth.
Okay. Verse 4. Okay. This is Yakazak Allah, also Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4. It says, the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Yerushalayim, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh, and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Now you go into that Hebrew word for mark. It goes into the word tawah, which means a mark of exemption, man. You know, we just went into that definition. But that's why we're sighing and crying out here, man. That's why, you know, when we see these different deplorable acts, you know, taking place in Babylon the Great, you know, we're praying to the Lord to come and redeem us out of here and destroy this place, man.
That's right.
You know, to bring the proper judgment and to set up, you know, a righteous rulership, man. You know, because everything we see, you know, the land is defiled, the people are destroyed. You know, there's nothing redeemable about this place, man. You know, it has to be completely wiped off the map. You know, so we're sighing and crying in the midst of Babylon the Great, man, in the belly of the beast. You know.
Get a G&T. Okay. Ezekiel 9 and 4 G&T. Go through the whole city of Yerushalayim and put a mark on the forehead of everyone who is distressed and troubled because of all the disgusting things being done in the city.
Man, are we not distressed? You know, are we not troubled? You know, daily, right? Lot was vexed during his time in Sodom. You know, we're in spiritual Sodom, right? You know, so we're vexed. You know, we're in a constant state of vexation. You know, you read in the Psalms, I can't remember what it was, but it's David said, "I'm vexed to my bones, man." You know, so that's the state of frustration, the state of disdain that we have of this place, man. You know, and that's why, you know, when the judgment is coming, we want to do everything we can to get on the right side of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. We see, you know, what he has prepared for this place, man. We understand what's about to come, and we want to be exempt, right? We want to be freed from that legal obligation, you know, because it's gonna come whether you like it or not, right? But you want to have that, you know, that clemency, you know, from the from your counsel, man.
Yeah.
Right, from the judge. You know, do you want him to look upon you with favor and say, look, you go over here, you you've received what's a light? What's the God? I can't remember the word. Basically a lighter sentence. You're gonna do your community service. Meanwhile, the rest of these people are getting the death penalty, man.
Right. I got that. What you quoted. This is 2 Peter chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at verse 5. Actually 4. It says, "For if Yahweh Shem Yahushua spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment." Now we know that we are those angels that were cast down and put into these chains of darkness, which is this flesh. It said to be reserved unto judgment. But like what Cornwall was just speaking of, okay, there's two routes that you can end up. You could be of the elect and be delivered, or you're gonna be of the 2/3 and be destroyed. And it's gonna go into examples of what we just said. So this is verse 4 and verse 5. "And spare not the old world, but save Noah the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that should live, that after should live ungodly, and deliver just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked." So these are two examples of men that got pretty much exempt from the judgment that the Lord brought at that time, man. All right, I flooded the whole world during Noah's time, and then he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah and those neighboring cities, man, with Lot. It says verse 8, the point, "For that righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds." Verse 9, "The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of the temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished." So he knows who he's going to deliver. He knows who he's going to exempt from that judgment, and we hope to be a part of the ones that's exempted. Which is why we're pushing for that mark. And the ones that the Lord says he's going to deliver are going to be doing what we just read, man, sighing and crying for all the abominations being done in the midst thereof, man. You got it.
Could the brother get Psalm 6 and start at verse 1?
Okay. This is the Hoyam chapter 6 and verse 1, also Psalms. It says, "O Lord, rebuke me not in thine anger, neither chasten me in thy hot displeasure."
Because we know the Lord has a controversy with this place, man.
Yep.
He hates what he's seeing, man, right? And he hates what he's seeing his people doing, right? And he hates what we have done, right? And like I said, man, rebuke me not in thine anger, neither chasten me in thy hot displeasure, because we don't want the full force of Yahweh Shemar judgment, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We want to take our lashings and be able to move forward, right? And that's what this grace period is for. For you to come back to the Lord, and go through your chastisement now, so that you don't have to face it later, man.
That's right.
Keep going.
Okay.
Verse 2, have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I am weak. O Lord, heal me, for my bones are vexed.
Right. He said, "Heal me, for my bones are vexed," man. We're vexed to the core with the things that we see, man. Every day, brothers is like it says, "For I am weak." Heal me, for my bones are vexed, man. We, like scriptures talk about, they shall wear out the saints, right? So we're in a state of agony, pretty much, man. On a daily basis, just dealing with our day-to-day lives, man. Dealing with these people, dealing with Esau, Edom, dealing with having to wake up another day in a destroyed earth, man, right? And just watching this place continue to go down, man. The only reprieve we get is understanding that Yahweh Shemar is about to destroy this place, man, and finally set up a righteous kingdom,
I got a quick one. You finished?
Yeah, you know.
Okay, this is Romans 8 and 22, what you just said. It says, "For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now, and not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our bodies." So we're constantly crying out, whether we verbally do it or in our spirit, along with the rest of the world, because like you said, we got to live another day in this defiled planet under Esau, man. You know.
Okay. Verse 3. My soul is also sore vexed. But thou, O Lord, how long? Return, O Lord, deliver my soul. O save me for thy mercy's sake.
For thy mercy's sake, man. And we want to be on the right side of that mercy, man. You know, because at the end of the day, you know, the Lord could destroy all Israel if it was his will, man. But he's having mercy on the elect and redeeming them out of this place. And he's having mercy on 2/3 by allowing them to come back into the kingdom on that second go around, man. You know, he's giving them this harsh judgment now, you know, but they'll be able to live eternally, right? That's a great mercy, you know, by Yahweh Shemar Shai. I'm gonna read in the NLT real quick. It says, Psalm 6:3. I am sick at heart. How long, O Lord, until you restore me? You know, we want to be, restored, right, to our former estate, man. You know, to be, having those new bodies, man. You know, to not be able to sin anymore, right? Well, we want to be, in the full compliance with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. It says, return, O Lord, and rescue me. Save me because of your unfailing love, man. So we want to be saved out of this place, man. But we have to be counted worthy, man. We have to receive that mark of exemption in order to do so, man. Right? To avoid the judgment that we're about to see, man. There's going to be terrible things happening out there, man. Right? And we're going to be in the midst of it, right? But the only way out of it is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
Right. Verse 5. For in death there is no remembrance of thee, in the grave who shall give thee thanks?
Because we've been given this grace period to submit a relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Right? If he wanted us off in the spirit world, he would have taken us already, man.
Yeah, right.
But he needs us out here to magnify his name, man. To prove our worth, to prove our value, right? To show him that we're worthy to receive that exemption, man.
Keep going. Okay. I am weary with my groaning, I am weary with my groaning, and all night make I my bed to swim. I water my couch with my tears. Keep going.
Reset.
Mine eye is consumed because of grief. It waxeth old because of all mine enemies.
Right. So going back, it said, I'm weary with my groaning. At night I make my bed to swim. Going into the sorrow that we feel out here, man. Right. In the NLT it says, I am worn out from sobbing, man.
Damn.
Right. Sighing and crying,
Damn.
man. We're worn out from sighing and crying in the midst of this wickedness, man.
Mm-hmm.
It says, all night I flood my bed with weeping, drenching it with my tears, man. And that's how brothers are, man. This is a terrible, terrible existence to have, especially without this truth. That's why we see people, attempting to suicide and try to use drugs as a means of escape, right? Because, as the brother read, all the creation is mourning and groaning right now, man. Everybody wants to escape from this place, but the only way to escape is if you have that mark of exemption, man. Right? And that's what we're seeking to take hold on, man.
I want to add to that point too, because another way, to handle that grief is to realize that everything the Lord has put upon us, we did to ourselves. And that's part of, acknowledging your faults and then working so that you can pay off the debt that, is owed, because knowing how filthy we were, Yahweh Shai still gave his life for us. So therefore, as the scripture says, we were bought with a price. All right. Our blood is, if we're of the elect, Lord willing, is covered by the blood of Hamashiach, man. So we have no choice but to, honor him when we come into this thing, because when we step into the truth, start teaching, you made a vow with the Lord that you're just going to, teach his word to honor his sacrifice, man. And so part of you dealing with the hell that comes with it, real quick, Micah 7:9, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. So just add on to what Cornwall was just saying, man. We gotta, we're crying out, but we're also acknowledging our sins, which is making us, go harder so that we can earn this exemption, because we're all worthy of destruction, man. But the difference between us and 2/3 is we're trying to make things right with our power, man. So we eat this shit, man.
It starts with acknowledging your offenses, man. Coming back and repenting. Coming back meekly. Humbly. To serve the Lord in fear and trembling.
That's right.
This is how it shall also Hosea chapter 5 verse 15. It says, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense. You see, and that's pretty much the spirit that the elect is going to be in, because again, we're all worthy of death. It says, and seek my face, in their affliction they will seek me early. And again, pretty much the elect is going to seek the Lord early. When you go into this word early, it says, it says sahar, which means diligent. Pretty much diligent because of all the afflictions and all of the hell, that we catch on this side, or that the elect catches on this side,
I'd rather get, let's see.
You still want that, Matthew?
Okay.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter. The book of St. Matthew, chapter 24 and 13.
22.
St. Matthew 24 and 22. It says, and except those days shall be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
So the mercy that the Lord is having, is starting with the elect, man. Right? The men who are going to receive that Dawah, man. The men, women, and children. The elect of Israel. Is why the Lord is forward in time and speeding things up the way He is, man. Because He knows that should He not do that, then there will be nothing left to save, man. Right. We see what this devil is planning, man. Right? They have this Phoenix rising from the ashes mentality, man. Because they want to completely destroy everything, and they think that they're going to be able to build it back up from the ashes, man.
Build back better, bullshit.
Right. But that's what the Lord is saving us from, man. That's why we want to receive that, because we need to get out of here, man. There's nothing here. There's nothing left. There's nothing to fight for in Babylon the Great, man. The easiest thing for you to do would be to come back and serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Right? That's the only success you're gonna have, man. Everything else is vain.
Mm-hmm. I have a quick one for you, because you want to spark this precept. 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 10, because you said that precept you read in Hosea about seeking the Lord's face early. Now where early goes into diligence or diligent. So 2 Peter 1 and 10, wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, ye shall never fail. Which is what? If you give all diligence to make your calling and election sure, that means that you're doing everything that you can to earn that mark of exemption, man. To earn the Tawah, man, so that the Lord doesn't destroy you when you bring that judgment. He starts swinging that sword, man.
Get that? Okay. This is Romans chapter 11 and verse 4. It says, but what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? Let me start from verse 3.
Okay.
Romans 11 and 3. It says, Lord, they have killed thy prophets and dig down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. But what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men, who have not bowed the knee to Baal.
Right. That 7,000. It's like going into a complete number, man.
Yep.
Right. A complete number of elect men and women and children who refused, to give themselves over, to the image of this beast, man. They refused to take the MOTB, right, at all costs. Willing to lose everything, including our lives, in order to stay faithful and true to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
God. Verse 5. Even so, then at this present time also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. And if by grace, then it is no more works. Otherwise, grace is no more grace. But if it be of works, then it is no more grace. Otherwise, work is no more work.
Right. Because we're in this grace period as we speak, man. Right? You go into that word grace, it goes back to a privilege, man. You've been given this opportunity to ingratiate yourself with Yahweh Shemar Shai, man. To do everything you can to get back in good graces, man. Right? He sacrificed himself, and now the elect are coming back, but you have to earn that spot. You got to earn your seat on the chariot, man. You got to earn that admission, right? Everybody got a ticket, but all tickets aren't gonna get punched, man.
Right.
You can get one down in a second.
God. Romans 11 verse 7, it says, "What then Yashar'Allah hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded."
Because it's a blessing to be able to see these things, man. Lord willing, we be of that elect number, right? We can receive that hedge of protection, man.
That's right.
We can receive that mark of exemption, to be able to make it through, at whatever lot that the Lord has deemed for us, man. Whether we have to lay our lives down, or whether the Lord, we make it to the end and get taken up in the chariots, man. Right? But the last thing we want is to not be accounted worthy, and then get caught out here, in the hellfire, man. And to have to take that full brunt of judgment, man. Could probably get that in Luke 21:36.
This is Luke chapter, you said 21 and what?
36.
Luke chapter 21, verse 36. It says, "Watch ye therefore and pray always, that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man."
You gotta be accounted worthy, man. Right? You gotta have that golden ticket, right? The Lord has to deem you a suitable servant, man. Right? In order to avoid what we're about to see, man. Right? Things that we've never seen come to pass are about to befall the earth, man. Terrible judgments, man. Famines, teeth of wild beasts, the sword, apparitions, all these different things that are designed to take the 2/3, man. Right? That's the last lot you want to fall into, man.
Yeah, because hey, Apostle, I got that video saved, man. I reference that from time to time. Apostle Gabar said that years ago. Told us, hey, don't fear what's coming, man. Right. All the shit that Yahweh Shemar Shai has coming, this scary judgment, it's for the 2/3, man. The guillotines, the martial law, the FEMA camps, all this, the famine, that's all geared towards the 2/3, man. So we're doing everything that we possibly can in the spirit to make sure that we don't fall in the category, of a 2/3, man. You got to earn it, man. As we just read earlier, you got to make your calling of election sure. You got to do the work, jerk.
Right.
Faith without works is dead, man. Like it tells you in James, man.
Because you can say you believe, but how do you prove that belief, man? You have to work, man. You have to have tangible something, some evidence, that your belief is sound, man.
Yeah.
Right? You can't just speak these things and not have anything to back it up.
All right. Let me get that real quick for you. You can break it down. This is the book of James chapter 2, verse 17. "Even so faith, if it have not works, is dead, being alone."
Look, man, faith can get you far, but if you don't have anything to back that faith up, man, it's worthless, man. Because you prove your faith through what you're willing to do, man. To how you apply yourself to the ministry or to the scriptures, how you apply the scriptures to your circumstances, right? That's how you prove your belief in Yahweh Shemar Shai, man.
It says, "Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works."
Look, man, we show our faith by our works, man. Right? We believe wholeheartedly in this gospel, man. This good news, and such. Brothers is pushing diligently. If we didn't believe, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing, man.
That's right.
Right? And we see, unbelievers, they stop doing the work, man. And ultimately, you read in Sirach's second chapter, it talks about how he who didn't believe won't be defended, man. And we understand that belief is a key component, to your alliance to Yahweh Shem Shai, man.
Right. Just another quick precept and we're gonna finish it out. This is Titus 1:16. They profess that they know Yahweh Shem Shai, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate. And that's these guys out here, like you said, that have that. They say they have faith, they believe in the Lord, but they don't show forth the actions to prove it. These other Israelite groups, which we all, you gotta name them, that's claiming to be doing the work in the Spirit of the Lord, but their actions speak otherwise. They're coming in different names. They're doing things. They're preaching the law, but they're not keeping the law, man. They're being hypocrites, man. Hypocrites and reprobates, man. So they don't truly have faith, because if they did, their works would be showing forth that. So back in James 2:19, thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. The point, verse 20. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead?
Man, faith without works is dead, man. If you don't have anything backing up that faith, backing up your words, then it's of naught, man. It doesn't mean anything, man. It's you just saying it, right? You're not proving it. You're not showing forth those deeds to prove your faith, man. Because Brother get Zephaniah 2 and verse 2. Verse 3. Did you finish that Romans?
Kind
of. Because the whole point, man, we need exemption, man. We need that the privilege to get through all these things without facing the judgment, man. Because judgment is coming, man. The judgment is required. All these things are going to come to pass. Now, what side of the coin you're going to be on, is up to Yahweh Shem Shai. But if you continue in the faith, as we read in that Matthew, man, he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved, man. That elect man, woman, or child is gonna make it through because they made it through the end, man.
That's right.
I was getting a quick precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Mashaya, Proverbs 7:2. It says, "Keep my commandments and live, and my law is the apple of thine eye." So pretty much going into you said pretty much it was a precept you brought up. I can't remember what it was. Pretty much the elect is going to have the works along with their faith to be delivered. You go into this word keep. It's Shemar, which pretty much goes into Salah. Second. It says to take heed to oneself, to worship. So pretty much they're gonna have the works. They're gonna pretty much have the works. They're gonna keep the commandments.
They're gonna believe in the Lord. Mm-hmm. Their actions match what they say. Because the elect, we're not aware of that number. We're not just going to be speaking the things that we're telling the people to do and not following it ourselves, man. All right, that will make us hypocrites, man. So when we tell our people out here to believe in the Lord, to try to keep the laws to your best ability, but most importantly believe in the Lord. All right, we actually follow by what we say, man. That's why I said our actions speak. We walk it like how we talk it, man.
Right. There's a reason why there's the phrase "actions speak louder than words." Man.
Exactly.
Because what you do, how you portray, is a better representation of what you speak, man.
Exactly.
This is tells upon you Zephaniah 2 and verse 2.
Okay.
It says, "Before the decree brings forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you, seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment, seek his righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger."
So we want to be hid, man. We want to have that hedge, but you gotta seek the Lord, man. to receive that dua, that exemption, right? The privilege to not have to to face these judgments, man.
God.
Right? We want to be hid in the day of the Lord's anger, right? Because it's coming, right? It's like, your dad's coming home, he about to whoop somebody's ass, but you could get hit off to the side, man. Your big brother might say, look, man, you go hide back here,
Right.
But look, man, so that judgment is coming to someone, right? And we want to be, underneath that hedge of protection in that time to come, man.
I got precept. This is 2 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 7. It says, "And deliver just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds." And pretty much the elect is pretty much vexed in society. But I want to get this word for Lot. His name is Lawat, which means, it says to cover, to hide, to wrap up. So pretty much the elect is seeking to be covered, in this time,
That's heavy.
I'll grab this one real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7 in the NLT. Just to hammer home the point that, these times that we're about to face, we need all the protection we can get, man. It's Jeremiah 30 and 7 in NLT. In all history, there has never been such a time of terror. It will be a time of trouble for my people Israel. Yet in the end, they will be saved, right? So we want to be of that elect number that gets saved in the end, man, right? Through whatever we gotta go through, whatever trials and tribulations we gotta face, we gotta pray that we can stand firm in those days. Because if not, you're gonna taste of that hellfire, man, right? You show a lack of faith, the Lord is gonna remove that hedge, man, right? You won't receive that dua, right? You won't receive that exemption. You'll be subject to the full judgment of Yahweh Shemar, man.
You got some more on that?
That was on that.
All right, let's add to your point. Isaiah 41 and 10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee, yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Which is words of comfort to confirm the faith that we have in the Lord, that the Lord is going to take care of us, man. It says, I'm going to jump down to verse 13. It says, "For I, the Lord thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, and I will help thee. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel." But the only one the Lord is really going to help is the men of the elect, man. All right? Yahweh Shemar Shai knows who are his. He's going to protect those. But like we said, everybody ain't about to receive that mark, because in the scriptures it speaks about 2/3, man. Zechariah 13 and 8. 66.6% of Israel is going to be destroyed, man. All right? So with that being known, if we know this is an allotted number, why not work so that you can, Lord willing, be a part of that number that's going to be saved, man? And that's why we do what we do. And we have built that relationship up with the Lord so that we can be sure in our spirit that we did everything that we could to earn Yahweh Shemar Shai's his protection. So in that day, we literally just putting on the Lord, like, Lord, we did our part, so we hope, that we earned your trust, man.
Real quick. It's Sirach chapter 18 and verse 24. It reads, "Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, and the time of vengeance, when he shall turn away his face." Right. Look, man, we gotta think about these things and understand that we want to do everything in our power, to be safe at that time, man.
Thanks.
Right. It's gonna be terrible times, man. The time of vengeance, man. The Lord he's gonna unleash his full fury on the earth. And we want to be in His good graces, man. Right? We want Him to look upon us with mercy, right? You think about any type of like wartime movies, man, and you got the warrior coming through, and he just cutting down everything he sees, but he might see that little kid hiding over in the corner, and he'll see him, but he'll just pass him by, man. We want to be passed by like that, man. We don't want the Lord's judgment, man. We don't want no smoke, man.
Hey, just what you explained was what happened in Egypt. Exactly how you just said. That's exactly what happened in Egypt, man. That death angel, which really was Yahushua, was going through smiting all those that didn't have that blood upon the doorpost, man. And so spiritually, that's what we're doing now, trying to put that doorpost. That's like put that blood on our doorpost now. But it's literally going to be that Torah, man. All right, that mark of exemption that's in your mind, that's going to be that blood on the doorpost, man. And the Lord's going to see that, and He's going to pass over you. That definitely is going to go to somebody else, man. That's Satan, get hit.
Isaiah 55 and 6 and 7, and then that's all I got.
This is Yeshaya, Isaiah chapter 50. You said 56?
55 and 6.
55. Isaiah 55 and verse 6. It says, "Seek ye the Lord while He may be found; call ye upon Him while He is near."
Right. This is your chance, man. Right. This is the time to seek the Lord. While He can be found, while He is near, while at the time where He hasn't turned His face completely away, and let the judgment commence, man. Right? You're given this grace period in order to seek the Lord and to get underneath that hedge of protection, man. To ultimately, going back to the lesson, man, to be exempt, right? Keep going.
Verse 7. "Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and He will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for He will abundantly pardon."
Right? He will abundantly pardon. As priest had mentioned, man, we've done things worthy of the full judgment of the Lord, man. Right? So He's going to abundantly pardon, man. The word abundance going into more than enough, man. Right? Because we're being pardoned for these sins and our past lives sins, man. Right? So the Lord, He's saying, look, just seek the Lord, come underneath this hedge, serve the Lord with fear and trembling, and I will pardon you. And what else did it say? I will have mercy, right? That's all we're looking for, man. To ultimately be receiving of that salvation, to not have to face the second death being a nuclear fire, man. Right?
Gosh, I got one more for you. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 17. It says, "He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and will give him a white stone, and in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, saving he that hath received it." And when you go into, the thing about the white stone, that white stone was given, as pretty much like a symbol of clemency or exemption, for out of that judgment when he had the pretty much like the council to pronounce judgment on somebody, man. So if you got that white stone, you are exempted from that judgment, which spiritually we are looking to get that white stone, man. Which is going to turn into salvation for the elect, with Lord willing we are a part of, man. So it's heavy of you brothers that's out here laboring, man. Hey, continue to push, man, because hey, somebody get that and where it says the Lord is not unrighteous to forget our labors of love.
Okay.
Because that all, none of this is being done in vain, man. Everything is with the sole purpose of seeing salvation. Because the elect is sealed. They're going to be sealed no matter what. All right. So we pray that we're of that number, because the elect are going to be doing exactly what the scriptures say they will be doing, and so we are fighting to find ourselves doing that, man. The elect is going to be prophesying. They're going to be overcoming. All right, they're going to be, disciplining their flesh, man. All right, these are part of the trial that we got to go through to show you how about Shemar Shah, how bad we want to get delivered, man.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 6 and verse 10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister.
Right, and the reward is going to start with that white stone, man. That exemption from judgment, which ultimately will lead to salvation and then the kingdom of heaven. All right, then all the goodies that entails being of that election is going to show forth. Lord willing, we're of that 144, man. Seeing the kingdom built up, all right, having the ability to put the chains on our enemies, getting those new bodies, being translated from this flesh and getting those new bodies, man. Because 2/3 gonna get the new bodies too, but they're gonna have to die and be born into that. We're actually gonna be, Lord willing, translated into those new bodies, man. So all these different things it comes from getting that exemption, man, which we hope that we're about to receive, man.
Okay. I'm gonna just get a quick definition, because that exemption, going back to the mercy of the Lord, man. The word mercy, it reads, it implies the compassion that forbears punishing even when justice demands it, man. So the punishment is required, right? But the Lord he's forbearing that, man. He's showing us that clemency, as we have mentioned. That word clemency implies a mild or merciful disposition in one that has the power or duty of punishing, man. And all judgment was given unto Yahweh Shai, right? So he's showing us, he's going to show the elect that clemency, man. He's going to show them that merciful disposition, right? And he's ultimately going to have that compassion, where the judgment is required, is demanded, but he's going to have that compassion towards those who receive that dawah, that mark of exemption, man.
That's right.
I like that one.
Okay.
So, hey, we pray that lesson was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemar Shai. We want to close by giving all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash.
Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Kwam Yasharallah.
Kwam Yasharallah.
Ba, ba, ba.
Ba, ba, ba.